up and throw a tantrum.
Good day everyone, welcome to another LEGO Harry Potter review. Today we're going to be doing set 75968 for Privet Drive, 797 pieces, and I believe retails for $100 here in Canada. Pretty fair, because I think that means it's $80 in the US, which means a damn good price per piece. For comparison reasons, I was just watching a review of the Escape from Privet Drive set from 2002. At least I think it's 2002. And, like, Jesus. I don't usually like to watch other people's reviews, but damn. I don't know how people put up with, like, fake enthusiasm. Like, is that what's considered charisma now? Is charisma when someone's like, "Hello everybody, and welcome to another exciting review of LEGO Harry Potter. Today we're going to be going into the," like, and it's like, like, that's, we know that's not really you. Why do you lie, you know? Like, I don't know. Is that what people like? That's kind of what Jang is like, and he's, like, the most popular, so I guess that's what people jive with, honestly. I can't stand that sort of thing, but then again, you know, people obviously can't stand what I do, because I'm gonna get, like, 3 views on this video. So who am I to talk? Apparently, maybe if I did do the whole, "Hello, everyone," the fake excitement, maybe then I would see fame and fortune. Maybe? I don't know. Anyways, so this set has 6 minifigures. Never before at all. So firstly, we'll just look at the 2 that are relatively common. First off, here we got your standard issue garden variety casual Harry Potter. I guess your garden variety would be like the blue sweater, but still this is not at all exclusive. As you can see, he's got the sort of red and blue plaid right there with the shirt underneath. Got that face, got that hair, got them legs. There's his smiling face, there's his little scar, there's the back print. Pretty useful torso. It can extend beyond Harry Potter. I really like the hairpiece that they've given him. I think I'm still waiting to see this hairpiece in other colors, but I think we'll get it. I hope. So yeah, he's all well and good. This is like the Harry Potter that we get for the first 2 years he was at Hogwarts, and then in one particularly strange instance for 3rd year. Then we got Ron, again, not exclusive. We have seen the torso here a few times, and of course the face and hair as well. Standard wand, bippity-boo, little grin, fright, Luke in ginger hair, blah blah blah, not too much going on there. Then you have got your 4 exclusives. First off, we have got an exclusive Dobby. This one's interesting. As you can see, on this one he has like an open mouth smile, although tell me, is it just me or is this mouth slightly askew? Is it supposed to be like kind of drifting off to the right of his face? 'Cause it looks kind of weird. Like, tell me that doesn't look like it's like off, right? But yeah, then his torso is not exclusive. However, interestingly, while his torso isn't exclusive, you can see here the difference in the quality of the prints. As you can see, the newer one has much darker lines and more defined colors and whatnot, while the older one seems to have much weaker prints and whatnot. The blacks aren't as black, the splotches aren't as dark and whatnot. No, the splotches are a bit darker here, but the Dobby here has lighter splotches, and the one from the CMF actually has thicker lines on for the creases on his sack. So there's, while it's technically the same print, and I'm sure on Bricklink it'll come up as the same, you can see there are differences. Like, look at this. Look at the difference of those colors. This one is so much, like, brighter and whatnot, and this one has much more subtle lines, where these lines seem almost kind of smudged, almost a little too thick, you know? Yeah, interesting. But the main and actual difference is that this one has the closed mouth smile, and this one has the open mouth smile, so, yeah. I don't really have a preference. They're almost the same minifigure, just comparison is necessary. So yeah, nice to get a Dobby, you know, new one, you know. Lego has this pact, more or less, to make it so that CMF minifigures never come in other things, so I think this is the closest they've ever come to releasing a CMF in an actual set. They just slightly changed, like, the face, you know. Anyways, then we have Vernon, who we haven't seen from 2002, and this is quite the improvement. As you can see, he's got a torso that we've seen before, but he's got a new face and this hair, I believe, in a new color. As you can see, he's got like the chin to make him look extra fat. He's got the gray mustache, slightly irritated expression, and then he's got this weird face right here, which doesn't look quite evil enough to be Vernon. Vernon's smile is so much more sinister than this. This one almost looks too kind to be Vernon, you know? Even though this is like an update, this one nor the old one is really evocative of Vernon. He's so fucking fat that you can't really evoke such an obese man from a standard minifigure. You just can't do it. I don't think there can ever be a minifigure that'll really make me say, wow, that sure is Vernon. But they didn't even like give him like a fat belly or something. They just pulled the torso out of the bin. And to give him fat on his face, they just gave him an extra chin. Like, you guys gotta, I don't know, give him a bomber belly or something. It's just, he's too standard looking here. Vernon is super fat. Anyways. Then we've got Dudley, and this is the first time we've ever gotten Dudley. Isn't that crazy? After almost 20 years, maybe actually 20, coming up on 20, around there, we have been getting Harry Potter sets, and yet we've never gotten a Dudley before, and this is our first Dudley, and I'm quite contented with him. New torso and face, which is quite nice, and I love how they wouldn't give Vernon a fat belly, but no, Dudley, give him a big fat gut. That's interesting. It's appropriate torso, and I like the new print. It can be used in a lot of places. I envision this as like, a winter grandpa, you know, sitting in a chair. He's kind of fat and he's got like his sweater on. I don't know. It's just sort of festive looking. I don't know. Then he's got Emmett's hair. Nice to see it again. Predictable back printing. Then he's got that little sort of devilish grin right there, and then sort of fear. With a face like this face is very evocative of when he was given the pigtail. I really wish that they would have included like an optional pigtail piece that you could sort of stick between his legs and his torso. I think that would have been a really nice addition. But yeah, still. Good minifigure. It is evocative of Dudley. I think it's got the proper amount of sinisterness to be Dudley. I think that they laid it on a little thick by giving him the fat, especially given that Vernon doesn't have the fat, but still, good. Then, another figure that we've never gotten in any form before is Petunia Dursley. Nasty wench. As you can see, we have got a brand new torso print and face print for her, both of which are very appropriate. I love that torso so much. That's sort of... It's hard to explain just how excellent that torso is. Just that old-timey sort of leaf detail that used to just sort of crop up on women's shirts. They would always have something sort of floral or something leafy or something just plant-based always on what they wore. I don't know, it's just, it's very evocative of the time in which Harry Potter takes place. And then that face is so snooty and expressive with the one eyebrow raised and everything. We've seen the hairpiece before. This might be a new color for it, but I don't know. And then we've just got this one. I don't care for this one as much. It looks almost kind of misaligned, and it doesn't even really look like it belongs with this one. Like, where did the mouth lines go, you know? But this one, this is just so Petunia. I love it. It's really quite good, and I appreciate that. So yeah, those are your minifigures. A good little selection, and I am contented with that. 6 minifigures for a set of this size. It's good. Set. So as you can see in this set, we've got quite a bit. We have got like 4 individual constructions and then just some bonus stuff. So first off, you've got Hedwig, who just comes in a bunch of these sets these days. They're really proud of this spread wing owl mold that they made. Kind of unfortunate that they only seem to be releasing Hedwigs with this new mold, but whatever. And then we've got some letters. 3. Only 3 letters. I really got the impression from the back of the box, I really thought that there was going to be more than 3. It's just because letters are all over the back of this box. Look at this. You've got the letters coming in from the stove. You've got the letters all over the room right here. You've got the letters coming in the mailbox right there. Like, there's such an emphasis on the play features involving letters. Ooh, you know, it shows you the holes you can stick the letters in and whatnot. I thought that there'd be more than 3 letters, but there's only 3. I wish that they'd maybe given us, like, 5 or something. 3 feels just kind of pitiful, but it's fine. I don't really care for this print, by the way, that they've given to the letters. That very generic white with the red. A print I like, personally, much more. It came in the Beauxbatons carriage. And now that I'm looking at it, maybe this is actually the same print, just on a different color tile. No, it's a different print. This one looks much more Hogwarts, though. The sand color, I feel, is much more appropriate. This looks kind of lame and kiddie and kind of weird, and I don't really care for it as much. This one has a much more sort of Hogwarts feel. I get it, maybe this color would have clashed with the fact that it would be the same color as the house, but still, I don't really care for these prints all too much, and I'm kind of sad that we only get 3 of those letters, but what are you gonna do? So yeah, now on to the actual builds. First off, we've got a cake right here that Dobby can levitate and dump on Petunia, Marge, someone gets a cake dumped on them at some point. And this is it. Looks good, looks nice. I'm definitely going to keep this together for a time when I would need a cake, because it looks nice. They've just integrated like some lavender flower pieces there to indicate icing. And then we got like some mint, not mint, but like ghostly green sort of studs up there. And then we got like the cherry on top, and it's sort of levitating. Yeah, I like it. It's a nice little addition. It's cute. Adds play value. Then we have the sign, Privet Drive, with that iconic owl sitting atop it. Once again, unfortunate that it is not a owl with spread wings, but still, it's a good look, and I quite like it. We've seen this owl before, I believe, and if we haven't, it's a very similar owl. Who gives a shit? Sticker right there for Privet Drive, very appropriate. It's just sort of on some of these pieces back here. This construction literally consists of, what, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces. But it's a nice inclusion, and definitely sort of something that you'd want to have just sort of positioned just right there in front of the house, you know? Very, very appropriate. Then we have got the Weasley car. We got it quite recently with that one Hogwarts set. The Whomping Willow, that was it. But I don't really mind getting another one here. The build is very similar, if not exactly the same. It might be exactly the same. I'm genuinely unsure. If it is the exact same, I don't mind. If there's some slight improvements, okay, cool, you know? I can't spot any differences, though, personally. And if there are differences, they're so minor, it doesn't even really matter. But no, like, I've heard the complaint said is like, oh, they don't even know how to make a Privet Drive set fun, so they include the, you know, the Weasley car, and it's just like, yeah, I guess kinda, but feels appropriate in the set. It's not, it's a side build. Who really even cares? It's a perfectly competent little car, and it's just like, you know, it adds some fun and some color and some value to the set. You know, not everyone got the Whomping Willow, and this is very appropriate here, and, you know, yeah, I think it's a worthwhile improvement. Anyways, so this is it. Feels like just yesterday I was reviewing this on my previous LEGO channel, Frank Bricks, all that time ago. Ah, the old days. So as you can see, it's nice. It's got this sort of blue color it's had for its past few iterations. It's got that distinctive white line which goes across it, which has that unfortunate miscolored print right on the door right there. If it was going to be so miscolored, I honestly would have been willing to do a sticker. Speaking of stickers, this right here is a sticker which sort of creates that distinctive Weasley car shape. Little wheels on the bottom, which are adorable and fitting given the whole sort of tradition of British cars and their stupidly small wheels. As you can see at the front, the lights and the sort of shafts are sort of raised up ever so slightly, with the hood dipping slightly lower. The the mirrors just sort of being little one-by-one clippery-doos, as they are a lot of the time these days. We've got an upside down piece under here with the cheese slope right in there, which is a function that we've seen them do for this car a couple times before. As you can see, we got the license plate, which has been heinously applied by yours truly. We've got the front grille right there, but not really a grille inside. We got like the lights and whatnot. Roof lifts off, and on the inside we don't really have too much going on in here. If you muck around with the alignment, yes, you can fit both Harry and Ron in there. Good luck fitting Fred and George in there as well, but you can fit Harry and Ron in there, which is all I can really ask for. Then on the back, once again, hideously, horribly applied sticker. And then we've just got like the taillights and whatnot. Trunk opens up, and inside we have got a chain and a suitcase right here. I'll show you what the chain does later, but you obviously already know what it is because you're not an idiot. And that just sort of sits right back there, and then you got the trunk, and yeah, so good. It's basically the same as the last one, and they nailed it last time, and they nailed it the time before on the one that came with the Hogwarts Express, so I don't really have too much to say about this. Good job, I guess. You once again have done a Weasley car. Although, you know what? I think it's a reasonable inclusion. I don't mind it as much as other people seem to. And finally, we get on to Privet Drive. I'm just going to first show you the exterior, and then get into the interior. But first, just the size of this thing. It's quite compact, but it's very cute, and I love it. I was really on the fence about this set. I was really unsure if I would even like it at all. I was afraid that it would be much too small, and as I was building it, I'm like, oh god, it's small. Oh boy, it's small. It's small. But it's actually the perfect size. It's nice, it's compact, it doesn't overstay its welcome, spatially, you know. It is endearing in its size, and it fits in just the right amount of detail that you would really want. So firstly, the front here looks awesome and perfect, and I couldn't ask for something better. Extremely accurate. The dedication to recreating for Privet Drive is absolutely splendid. I am just really I'm surprised with how enamored with this thing I am. I genuinely thought that I would be just really like, ugh, on this set, but this is the cutest looking little thing. There's not really any strange building, like, techniques. There's no tricks. There's no hullabaloo. It's just so goddamn cute. I can't get over just how adorable this is. And it looks so much like the Thing from the movies, you know? Firstly, just at the front, as you can see, we have got a little window right there with the light, 4 next to the door. That 4, by the way, here's a gripe. You want to hear me whine? Here's a whine. That 4 is a sticker. Why would you make that a sticker? Why would you make that a sticker? That is a 1x1. Don't make 1x1 stickers, please, Lego. It's impossible to apply them. That was a frustrating thing to put on, and I know it looks terrible, but it's 1x1, and I can't see. Ugh. Anyways, implied storm drain right there, which is a cute little addition. On the side right here, we've also got a light and just a continuation of the roof with some more brick pieces. The roof, by the way, is just sort of, just 1x3 black slant pieces, which have just been offset by 1/3 of a brick. Just each one is just offset just to give it sort of that shingle design. That's what we've got up here. Got a little bit of a chimney right there. Got another chimney up here, I guess, and sort of little antenna right there, which is very cute and appropriate. We got some windows up here. I like the little ledges that they included. Another storm drain right there, by the way. Then moving down right next to the door where I was complaining about everything. I really like this sort of little cluster over here with like the flowers and the four and the light and the window and the door. Very, very, very homely little cluster. Unfortunate that the door has a sticker with all the letters instead of like an actual door that you could make where you could stuff letters in. I think that would have been much cuter than like a sticker, but whatever. A little garden flower. You got some little flowers over here. You got the front window right there, which leads right into the living room, which is very appropriate. And then we've just got a pretty simple plant over here, which unfortunately doesn't have much plant going on the back. But when you just put it like this, no one is the wiser, and it looks perfectly fine. It's just uses just 3 Travis bricks and whatnot. On the side right here, not too much going on. We got the barred window, which comes off. I guess I'll show you that now, as long as we're on the exterior. It's not really too much. You just take out your chain, and they tell you to put it right here, and then kaboom. What I like about the house is that it's just heavy enough that you actually don't need to hold it in place to pull the window off, you know? You literally can just... There you go. See? Just like that. If you give it a little bit of a yank, just the slightest little bit of a yank, as long as you don't, like slowly try to drag it, then yeah, but then if you give it a little yank, it works, and I like that. That's, just the fact that the house is like properly heavy enough, I appreciate that. And that's a good little thing. Over here we've got a feature. We've got the hole right here, which you saw on the back of the box earlier. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take your letters and you put them through that little hole. And I'll show you how to release those into the house later on. But as long as we're reviewing sort of more exterior stuff, I guess I'll show you that over here, this light over on the side, if you pull it, then you can access Harry's bedroom, which is underneath the stairs, which is very cute. I like that this set is particularly focused on the first 2 movies. I think that that's appropriate. As you can see, we've got Harry's little under the stairs closet, which is very appropriate. As you can see, we have got just some toys on a little stickered shelf right there. I hate that. I really wish that they just brick built that instead of making it a sticker. We've got a bed that's basically a mat on the floor, which is kind of inaccurate, but whatever. As you can see, you got the stairs right above there, and then you've just got like some equipment over there, because that's just the shitty little hovel that Harry lives in. And then as you can see, you can just open that up and he can, I doubt, can Harry actually fit through there? Oh yeah, you can stuff him through, I guess. He can't come out in any organic way, but maybe that's just to instill a sense of claustrophobia. Then that's just a little space. Honestly, it's integrated quite well. If you didn't know to access it, you wouldn't know to access it, It's just kind of in there. The only real clues that you have of it are the doors that are in there that could be purely aesthetic, and I guess like the hinges right there. But like, I think the average person looking at this wouldn't think to swing that open and find the room underneath, which is, it's kind of neat. It's kind of like a hidden little room. I like that sort of stuff. But yeah, so then we have the interior. Now, firstly, we've just got the front hall right here with the blue rug, and then, as you can see, we got another sticker on the door, which has the mail slot, which has been boarded shut. Again, something that would have been much funnier brick built, but rather is just a sticker on a door. Speaking of stickers on doors, we got a little grate. Another heinously applied sticker, because when they just have a small sticker applied to a large vacuous piece, it can be hard to navigate where exactly it's supposed to go. And yes, you pardon my big fat hand, yeah, you can open that. I showed you earlier, you don't need to see again. Then we have got the living room. I really like this little space in here. As you can see, we got the window back there. We have got a lamp. We have got the family picture right there with, the true Dursley family members. We got a chair there, which looks a little bit silly. And then we've got just a lavender couch, which employs a lot of these newer sort of little, just trying not to break the whole couch here, little hump pieces, which looks perfectly satisfactory. I like it. The purple couch with like the brown is good. Got a little flower pot over there, and then we've got the fireplace with no fire in it, but rather a ramp, because it's an obvious play feature. What you're supposed to do, you saw the letters I dumped in earlier, but the letters are just kind of being held in by a stopper. If you turn this gear right here, then the letters spill into the living room, and I think that's a very cute feature. And I like the way that they've made the floor nice and sort of smooth, so the letters will just kind of skitter about. I like that. That's quite cute. I think that's an endearing thing that they've done there. Yeah, so that's that feature, and I think it's cute, and I think it's nice, and it's appropriate, and it's not overdone, although even more letters would be even funnier. And then we got the stairs. I like how they did the banister with the telescope pieces right here, and then the stairs are unfortunately cut off by the wall right there, but that's perfectly fine. Upstairs we have got Harry's bedroom, and isn't it unfortunate that the majority of this house is made up of Harry's various living spaces? Wouldn't it be a little bit more appropriate to have like the majority of the house taken up by the Dursleys' living spaces, and then just like the one tiny little cupboard being for Harry? Yeah, but ultimately, I can't really fault this set for that, because most of what happens at the Dursleys concerns Harry, his living spaces, and his escapes, so I can't really fault them for it. It feels a little strange that the Dursley house is mostly dedicated to the places where Harry lives, you know? It's fine, though. In the end, I like it. It was an initial nitpick I had with the set, but ultimately, it's not really a thing that I really care about. We've got a Gryffindor sticker on the wall right there. We've got a picture of Lily and James right there. Personally, I like the CMF picture better. This one is also a sticker. We got a desk, we got a chair. I wish that on the desk we had a Hedwig cage. That would have been cool. But you can only ask so much. We've got a very common print right there that we've seen a few times. We've got a bed, which LEGO really seems to be nailing lately. These beds, especially in these Harry Potter sets, they keep coming out with beds, you know, for the infirmary, for the Weasleys, for the various dormitories. Everyone's just getting beds these days, and this is a good bed. I like it. Despite being the bed of basically like the Dursley slave boy, I think it looks quite comfy, with sort of like the checkered pattern on there and like the nice pillow. LEGO beds have never looked so comfy, you know? It just looks like just that fat quilt on top. I just want to tuck into it, you know? Maybe I'm just tired. And then, anyways, then you can see the barred window right there. And when it comes off, it's just a big hole right there. Kind of wish that when it came off, there were like some brick pieces or whatnot around that also came loose and fell out. I think that would be appropriate, because it doesn't come out as cleanly as this in the movie. You get like chunks of the wall have come out and such. Also, maybe adding like a bush down here for Vernon to collapse into, I think would also be appropriate, but you know. So yeah, I mean, that's really all there is to your Privet drive. I really like this set, and I like it a lot more than I thought I would. I thought that this was going to be a very lukewarm set that wasn't going to interest me very much. I was thinking to myself, oh dear, so they're gonna have to do a muggle thing in a magical world with lots of fun play functions and whatnot, you know? How the hell are they going to, do this? How are they going to make something that is in the muggle world and is by all means a standard British townhouse, essentially, into something fun? But I think they've definitely made something fun here. With the letters spilling in through the fireplace, and the window that you can rip off, and that cute little space underneath the stairs, and the almost sort of secretive way it's sort of hidden in there. I'm surprised by how much I like this. I don't like this set maybe as much as I like the burrow, because, you know, the burrow is just a phenomenal construction. But this I definitely like more than, like, the astronomy tower, you know? This is definitely up there. This is shaping up to be, like, maybe my second favorite set of the line, and that's surprising, because I honestly thought that it might end up being my least favorite set of the line, because I thought it would be boring, and I thought there would be nothing really to do here, but there's a lot to do, and it's so freaking cute. Like, the box doesn't really convey it well enough, honestly, but this is such an endearing little building. It's so nice, and it's got all the features, and it's got all the spaces that you'd want to be in a thing like this. You know, you can talk about the additions that they could add for days. You know, oh, I wanted a Petunia and Vernon's bedroom. You know, I wanted a bunch of Dudley gifts. Actually, that would have been really cute. You know, I would have wanted Dudley with his hat. You know, you can talk forever about the things that you could have wanted with something like this, but I think that they did plenty. I think that this is a great set for the amount of money you're paying. I was afraid that it would not be big enough, because the thing about the box is that I think the biggest problem with the set is honestly how the box represents it. The box almost as much space is dedicated to the car as is to the house, and I think that that's kind of a crime. I wish that more room was dedicated to showcasing this really cute, really well done, very endearing house, you know, because it's great and I love it and it's cute. Another thing that I really like about this is that they keep it concentrated to the first two movies. They don't trifle with Prisoner of Azkaban and some inflated aunt, whatever the hell her name was. You know, they keep it concentrated to the first two, and I think that that was a good idea, and I think that makes it so that it's nice and grounded, and it makes it so that, you know, it's not trying to cram in like a gajillion different scenes and whatnot into one thing. And even though there are a few different scenes and whatnot and things that you're encouraged to reenact in this, I think that they fit them all in quite nicely. This is a fun set, this is a cute set, this is an aesthetically endearing set, this is a set with 4 exclusive minifigures, it is accurate, it's just a really nice thing. It's a great set, and I really recommend it. I kind of like it when there's a set that I didn't expect to be that good and yet turns out to impress me, but this is definitely one of them. I can't help but to just be in love with this cute little house. It's better than any, like, boring-ass city house that we've gotten, because it's got, like, the whole magical twist and everything, and yeah, it's accurate, and it's great, and it's wonderful. I really recommend this. I didn't think I would end up recommending this. I thought that I would end up filming a review that's like, ugh, what a boring piece of shit, but it's a good set. It's actually a quite good set. I'm contented with this, and I think it's a good one. Go get it. Go and get it. Go and get for Privet Drive.
Yeah,